So what's your last name now? Mutabazi.
What was supposed to be just a few months of providing care to 8-year-old Isabella and 7-year-old Luke became much more than that. Peter Mutabazi's passion is to reunite children in foster care with their biological parents. But these siblings' parental rights were terminated.
So for the kids, I think, being with me for 3 years, they've always said, when can we have your last name? When can you adopt us? I'm like, well, your goal is to go back home, but this time I think I knew I can say, hey, by the way, I'm gonna be your dad forever. And they were so excited.
Thankful and hope.
And I think they told everyone at school, everyone they met, hey, we're gonna be adopted. And it was just a joy to see them really excited about, what life was gonna be.
A forever home together. Peter knew how important it was to eliminate possible trauma the kids would face being separated one day.
So for me, it's really been a joy to be there for them, and care for them as a unit, to care for them as brother and sister.
So you want to tell me one more feeling about knowing that you have your forever home?
It feels great.
Isabella and Luke also have a forever big brother, Anthony Mutabazi, who Peter adopted years ago.
Being at that age and having to worry about where your next home is going to be instead of being able to live your life as a kid.
Anthony knows that feeling firsthand. Abandoned at age 11.
It is one of the worst things that someone can experience because that takes away from their childhood and it doesn't let them grow as a person.
The outcome of Anthony's life could have been very different if Peter didn't adopt him. Their story now reaching hundreds of thousands of people. Peter uses social media as a platform.
But also pull the curtain of like, hey, here's how I do it as a single dad. To give hope to those who want to be parents, to say, hey, you can do it. If I can do it, you can truly do it as well.
The Mutabazi story even gaining national attention.
If you can help out because there's so many kids out there that age out of the system and end up homeless without a clue as to how the world works, how to pay bills, how to do any of that, and they need somebody there.
I come from Africa. We believe in it takes a village to raise a child, but it also plays here in the United States, in our community. It is our job as people of North Carolina to be one village and be there for our kids.
This was the sweet moment Leisha Roseborough Patterson and her birth mother shared the day they were reunited.
There's a picture of us touching with our heads together, and it's like she's touching on me, and it's like it's real. And for her, she hadn't held me since she had me, and so it was just amazing.
Waves of emotion 5 decades later. Leisha says she never had any intention to search for her birth parents until another family member mentioned Ancestry DNA. She took a test and matched with her birth aunt. Just days later, she is sharing the news that she is going to meet her birth family.
I said, Ma, I found her. And she said, okay. She said, well, where is she? I said, Ma, she lives in Asheville. And my mom goes, and when are we going to see her?
And just like that, Leisha knew she had the support of her birth mom, who would be by her side to meet her family.
It was just a momentous occasion because it just answered a lot of unknowns without even knowing there were any unknowns. My mom that raised me, she brought a whole bunch of pictures for her to see. She said, I want you to see her graduation picture from high school, from college.
Growing up, Leisha always knew she was adopted through the Children's Home Society of North Carolina. She still has this picture of when her family was featured here on WXII 12 back in the 70s for a story to help recruit permanent homes for Black children.
And my mom said to her, she said, I thank you for your sacrifice because it allowed us to have a daughter. She prayed that I landed somewhere good. And so it was great faith to say that I have had an amazing life and that I was where I was supposed to be. I went from knowing my only flesh and blood was my kids to all these people.
And Leisha says she sees her birth family often. Both of her moms keep in touch daily, and she understands not everyone's adoption story involves a happy reunion decades later like this, so she's thankful to share it with you. Reporting for WXII 12 News, I'm Audrey Bisk.
I really wanted to be a daughter because I had things in the past, but I really like being a daughter because I can like do things with my mom or dad together. Like if I had a dad, we could do like play basketball, and if I had a mom, we could have a girls' night out.
13-year-old Tatiana loves a good adventure. She showed me the ropes at the Fun Factory in Salisbury where we met. I got through thanks to her helping hand.
You might as well walk on the edges.
I am so bad at this. A gesture that translates to her idea of having a forever family one day.
Family is always like, when one goes down, you always bring them back up and support each other.
After we played, I got to know her more.
Well, myself, I like sports, I like doing school, I like homework.
Liking homework? I don't hear that often.
Yeah, it's important to get good grades because you can succeed more in like college. I really like Starflight because he's like a nightwing.
Tatiana loves drawing anime. She brought this very impressive book to show me.
Yeah, I tried drawing like a doll.
She dreams of getting adopted to share her talents like this and her kind spirit.
I want a mom and a dad or just a mom. It really doesn't matter. I probably want some younger siblings. Older's fine, but I like do good in little kids because I grew up. I like helped out with other foster parents with daycares, so I got used to that.